Welcome back to Inclusion Revolution. As you know, I'm here with Paul, and I'm your host, Tova. And we're talking all about medical breakthroughs today and some of the ways that assistive devices can make your life a lot easier, you and the people that you love. And Paul, when we broke over the break, you and I were talking a little bit about the importance of identifying supports for the brain and brain injury, because it is actually the #1 disabler of Canadians under the age of 45.
Wow.
And as a result, I was really interested in what you had to say about what kinds of new research are available in issues around brain injury. And you were going to give us a few of those examples.
Exactly. Laser for brain surgery is one I'd like to cover, where in the past lasers were really quite large and cumbersome, and they could only go in straight lines. You know, so it limited what they could do with the laser in regards to surgery. Let's use a brain tumor as an example. There is, the neurotologists and skull-based surgeons, they're basically using pen-shaped carbon dioxide lasers that actually can shave or shape against the tumor, in circles or such.
In other words, make it smaller.
Basically shave that tumor from the person's brain without doing a lot of invasive surgery. So they're basically, we're too bulky. Like I said, new technology allows for smaller incisions and quicker recoveries, like we were mentioning before. And the new laser is also being used in spinal surgery, head and neck procedures, and hearing restoration. So it's now gone from being used simply on the brain, and now they're using this great technology to transfer into other applications.
That's fantastic. And I know the importance of laser, again, on the issue of recovery times.
Yes.
It's still, although I have to remind everybody, because sometimes we get very excited about laser, and it's still a surgery, and it's still invasive, and the inside has still been affected. It's just less recovery time traditionally because there's not as much external damage as they went in. Like they were cutting with a knife, and I understand that's one of the reasons laser's important, and I know that the doctor could probably address that better here on his link than I could, but I really appreciate the importance of research in how to treat the brain, because it is our big mystery, and so many diseases do come from that. So I know you had a few other discoveries around brains and support for brain injury.
They're now doing microsurgery for migraines. Like migraines are a huge one. They say over 30 million people in North America suffer from migraines, and are told medication is the only option or treatment. And what they've found is that there's a few surgeons now performing what's called microsurgery, because a lot of the migraines are caused by some kind of pinched nerve in the neck or in the head. So what they're doing is they're able to go in and remove a small part of the muscle pushing on the nerve, and when this happens, the pain diminishes. So what they're doing is going in. Surgery helps about 80% of the patients.
That's great percentages.
Yes, exactly. And 20% who still experience problems can go in and have the entire nerve removed at a later date. So they're giving two operations, the options. The affected nerves, people think, oh, we're dealing with nerves in my neck, talking about paralysis and such. These are not nerves. They're sensory nerves. So they're not nerves that do with function. So you're not going to be paralyzed from any form of having that muscle removed that's pushing on that pinched nerve.
Now, because we're not medical experts, I know sometimes when we talk about these stories, if someone is a medical expert at home, we may not be doing it in the most technical, perfect fashion, but what we are is inspiring people, we hope, to look more into these subjects. Now, it's interesting to me about migraines, because I always thought we had no idea what caused migraines, but now they're identifying that certainly in some percentage of migraines, or a large percentage, it is a nerve pinch or nerve affected.
Yes,
because I always used to hear diet and all kinds of things. So even the fact that we're narrowing down the causes of things is a really important breakthrough, I think, and I really appreciate you sharing that. Exactly. And I think we have one more story about brain, right?
Yes.
And I really wanted to hear about this one.
This is an interesting one where they're talking about brain pacemakers. So we all understand how a pacemaker works in the heart, or people have been implanting pacemakers within the heart for people who have heart problems. Now they have one for the brain. And basically it implants electrodes in the brain and sends tiny electrical pulses which disable overactive nerve cells, because it's the overactive nerve cells that, for example, cause Parkinson's patients to have tremors and twitches.
Right, so this is to address some of the involuntary messages the brain essentially is sending to the body.
Right. So basically, by sending the small amounts of current, it suppresses the nerves and stops the amount of tremors. Like in Parkinson's patients, for example, after 6 months, 71% of surgery patients saw meaningful improvements, compared with 32% who were just taking medication alone. One thing that's ironic in the study is that there's higher than expected risk associated with feeling too good. So basically what's happened is it's actually worked so well for Parkinson's patients who have had limited mobility for so long that they feel fantastic. Once this happened, they feel fantastic. And I was even reading on one incident where a guy felt so good he went on his roof and fell off his roof and broke both his legs.
In other words, the biggest problem that is with this is you feel so good, you feel almost invincible.
Exactly.
And you still do live with Parkinson's, and although we're treating it and we're finding really effective ways to give a better quality of life,
Right.
that does not mean that Parkinson's is being removed. It's just some of the symptoms are being managed much better.
Exactly. And it was a surprise to the doctors, a surprise to the people that are conducting the study that why are all these people having so many injuries? They're fall injuries that result in injuries.
Because they felt so good. Isn't that incredible? It's just, it just never ends. And we can go on forever on that. And I did want to also ask you, Paul, your favorite story, because I know you have had your team doing a lot of research for this. And there was a particular story you kept smiling about, and I wanted to know which story that was.
That is, I guess, the most interesting, and I guess, to do with music, is called DPAN, Deaf Performing Arts Network.
Okay.
There's a young guy, and what he's done is he creates American Sign Language enhanced videos. He began singing, basically, for him, singing was signing, and he was signing songs to his friends.
Right.
Christina Aguilera videos and videos that came on. He was signing them to his friends, and his friends found it quite fascinating. So what he did is it brought music to some of our community who has never experienced music. So for someone who has a hearing impairment, who has never had to do anything with music, because I don't hear music, what does it mean to me? This is opening a whole new door for people to experience music who haven't. So what he's done is created a business which takes the music videos and translates it and has someone on the screen providing the translation for the hearing impaired.
And we love good news.
Yes.
So I think that's a great place to end today, because I love to hear about all of the good things that are happening to make this a more inclusive world. And for that reason alone, I want to thank you all for joining us as part of our inclusion revolution. We're not doing a poll today because we decided to just keep talking about medical breakthroughs until they tell me it's over, and they've told me it's over. So thank you all for joining us this week on Eastlink Television for Inclusion Revolution. Do check out our website, inclusionrevolution.com. And for this week, have a great week. See you then.